Ronnie O'Sullivan is widely regarded as one of the greatest snooker players of all time. His raw talent, exceptional skill, and unmatched flair for the game have earned him a massive following. However, alongside his accolades and victories, O'Sullivan has also become known for his fiery temper and occasional outbursts on the table. Whether it's throwing a cue or exchanging heated words with referees, these controversial moments often overshadow some of his most memorable performances. Let's take a closer look at some of the instances where O'Sullivan's emotions got the best of him, offering a glimpse into the mind of a snooker genius under pressure. The green ball incident. Throwing the rest in frustration. One of the most infamous moments in O'Sullivan's career came during a match at the 2018 World Championship. With a place in the quarterfinals nearly secured, O'Sullivan was faced with a straightforward green ball. However, when he missed the shot, his frustration boiled over. In a rare display of anger, he threw his cue rest onto the floor in sheer exasperation. The outburst caused an immediate stir, as O'Sullivan, who is generally known for his composed and effortless style of play, allowed his emotions to take the forefront. Fans were left stunned as they witnessed a side of O'Sullivan rarely seen on camera. The perfectionist who cannot tolerate mistakes, even when the match is under control. The incident sparked discussions about the mental challenges elite athletes face, especially when it comes to the immense pressure of high-stakes competition. The Scottish Open. A referee standoff. Another memorable incident occurred during the 2019 Scottish Open, where O'Sullivan made headlines not for his play, but for his decision to skip the handshake with the referee before the match. The snooker star, known for his quirky behavior, cited concerns over germs and his obsessive-compulsive tendencies. "I'm a bit OCD with germs," O'Sullivan explained during an interview. "I don't open door handles or touch things that aren't sanitized. I'm very particular about these things." This odd behavior caught the attention of the snooker community, especially considering the professional nature of the sport, where handshakes between players and referees are considered a sign of respect. Despite the backlash, O'Sullivan later apologized, claiming that the refusal was unintentional. While this may have appeared strange to some, it highlighted O'Sullivan's unique personality and his ongoing battle with his own quirks, something he has openly discussed in interviews throughout his career. The pink ball blow-up. O'Sullivan's fiery temperament flared up again during the 2016 World Championship, where a missed shot on a relatively straightforward pink ball led to another emotional outburst. His response was swift and intense, slamming his fist onto the table in frustration. This aggressive display of anger stunned the audience and commentators, many of whom were accustomed to O'Sullivan's typically calm demeanor during high-pressure moments. The match was an important one, and with the pressure of competing in the World Championship, missing a relatively easy shot seemed to set O'Sullivan off. The incident, while brief, was a perfect example of how O'Sullivan's competitive spirit sometimes spills over into visible frustration. His reaction was met with mixed opinions. While some fans and analysts appreciated his passion and dedication to winning, others felt that such outbursts undermined his otherwise composed persona and detracted from his focus. This episode added to the growing list of emotional moments in O'Sullivan's career, with many questioning whether these occasional eruptions were costing him in terms of mental composure. It raised an important issue about the balance between maintaining emotional control and channeling that intensity into focused play. Ultimately, though, O'Sullivan's remarkable ability to bounce back from such incidents underscored his resilience and skill under pressure. The shoulder bump with Ali Carter. Tensions between players can sometimes boil over into physical confrontations, and one such moment occurred during the 2014 World Snooker Championship when O'Sullivan faced Ali Carter. The match was already high pressure, with both players vying for a spot in the final. In the midst of the intense action, O'Sullivan and Carter unexpectedly collided as they repositioned themselves at the table, their shoulders bumping in what appeared to be a display of rising aggression. This brief contact, while seemingly trivial, encapsulated the emotional temperature of the match. Both players were visibly frustrated, and the incident left the atmosphere charged with tension. While many interpreted it as a minor clash, it highlighted the fine line between intense competition and personal tension in snooker. The World Championship, where O'Sullivan has won 6 titles, is one of the most demanding tournaments in snooker, and the stakes, both personal and professional, are enormous. In this case, the shoulder bump was symbolic of the emotional undercurrent that runs through matches at the Crucible, where every shot and every moment feels magnified under the spotlight. For O'Sullivan, it served as a reminder of how the pressure of such high-stakes competition can manifest in ways that even the most seasoned professionals can't always control. The Crucible controversy. Referee confrontation. The Crucible Theatre, home to the World Snooker Championship, has been the backdrop for many iconic moments in the sport's history, and several of these moments have involved Ronnie O'Sullivan. One of the more bizarre and memorable incidents occurred during the 2012 World Championship, when O'Sullivan found himself in a heated dispute with the referee over the positioning of the cue ball. After a lengthy debate, O'Sullivan, visibly irritated by the referee's decision, challenged the official to take the shot himself. "You take the shot, you do it," O'Sullivan suggested, in a move that startled both the referee and the audience. While the incident was somewhat comical in retrospect, it underscored O'Sullivan's often irreverent approach to authority and his candidness when things aren't going his way. Throughout his career, O'Sullivan has been known to voice his frustrations with referees, sometimes in blunt and confrontational terms, but these moments never seemed to affect his playing ability. In fact, his confidence and talent on the table have always remained unquestioned, and such exchanges often reflect the incredible mental and emotional pressure that top-level players experience. For O'Sullivan, this was just another example of how his temper and competitive fire can clash with the rules of the game, adding to his enigmatic and colorful reputation. A strange strategy, standing on his chair. Ronnie O'Sullivan's unconventional approach to snooker is well documented, and one of the most bizarre moments came during his 2005 World Championship match against Peter Ebdon. In an effort to better assess a difficult shot, O'Sullivan took the highly unusual step of standing on his chair to get a clearer view of the table. As the match unfolded, he placed himself on top of the chair, leaning forward to peer across the table from an angle that was both odd and unorthodox. The crowd was left in a mixture of disbelief and amusement, while Ebdon, visibly confused, could only watch. O'Sullivan later explained that he was simply trying to gain a different perspective on the game, something that had worked for him in the past. "It's all about getting into the zone, seeing things from a different angle," he remarked after the match. This moment, while drawing laughter from spectators, was a reflection of O'Sullivan's creative and sometimes eccentric mindset. Known for his ability to think outside the box, he has consistently pushed the boundaries of what's expected in the sport, using unconventional tactics to enhance his concentration and game. This eccentricity, combined with his innate talent, is what makes O'Sullivan one of the most fascinating and unpredictable figures in snooker. His willingness to embrace quirky strategies and break from tradition has only added to his mystique, further cementing his place as one of snooker's most compelling personalities. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this dive into the world of Ronnie O'Sullivan and his most controversial moments, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned and keep those vibes rolling.